Welcome back, everybody. It is Crypto Moose in the Moose is Loose. Mitchell Bouchard, your crypto and NFT investor. What we're going to do right now is talk about Cardano, why it's number one, at least in the Moose's eyes. But before we do that, I want to remind you all to like, comment, and subscribe. This is what's going to help the channel stay alive and grow and prosper. So if you guys can do those things, I would really appreciate it. That would be awesome. We're nearing 1,000 subs. We're about 50 more subs away. So we're definitely going to hit it sooner than later. With that being said, what I want to do is talk about Cardano, but I want to have a little bit more of a macro perspective. So instead of tightening in on a specific DEX or something like that, I just want to talk about Cardano as a whole. See where we're at. So right now it's July 23rd. I'm filming tons of videos today, and Cardano's doing quite well. We're up on, I believe, the month. So if we're on CoinMarketCap right now, we're at 31 cents USD. And if we go to the 1 month, we were at 29 cents, dipped down to 26, and now we're hovering at 31 cents. We were almost at 40 cents at one point. So we're doing all right. Of course, on the year and on the all-time, it's not looking the best, but that's okay. So just paying attention to the website, utilizing these different DEXs. For those of you that have been into Cardano for quite a while, you've been on jpg.store, I assume. You've been on MinSwap. I've been enjoying ViFi. Muesli Swap's been pretty interesting as well. So I've been paying attention to all this. Cardano Summit 2023 tickets are now live. I might have to check that out. Again, this space moves so fast that you just, you have to be subscribed to the Moose, right? If you guys aren't subscribed, you're going to miss out. So I'll get into something a little bit later. But really what I wanted to talk about is just why it's number one in my eyes and why I see so much being built on this platform. And that's what we're going to get into right here. So if we take a look at jpg.store, this is the number one marketplace for your Cardano-based NFTs. So even if we go to the homepage, do a quick refresh here, that's what we're going to try to do. You can see that there's so much more activity. Just jpg.store as a whole, they've implemented so many more projects, right? So for some of you, it may look silly, but in my estimate, like look at this, you even have the rewards. So I've got 32,000 XP coming. I did a video on that. So if you go to the channel under videos, you can go to JPEG, you can type that in. And right here, Moose buys 2X bubble jets. That's the video you want to check out that I'm talking about. But at the end of the day, you're implementing things like incorporating tokens for specific platforms. In the case of jpg.store, they're going to have a token in the form of for rewards that you can claim. So I do a video on that and I go into it. But look at all the different projects, right? We've got on the all-time, what's doing the best? Clay Nation's up there, the Ape Society. The volume is incredible. Look at this. 3 hours ago, 4 hours ago, one sold. 9 hours ago, one sold. You're talking about 5,000 Cardano, 6,000. These are $2,000 to $3,000 NFTs, which is pretty incredible and nice to see. And the fact of the matter is that Cardano just seems to be getting better. I've been paying attention, using Cardano for a while. I was there when smart contracts first came out. So for those of you that do remember, CNFT was the spot. And that's when I picked up my Boss Cat rockets. And I did really well on those. So I picked them up for like 80 or 90 ADA a piece. So that was very interesting. And my point is that we are getting smart contracts. We're having a decentralized blockchain that a lot of newcomers are coming on, and we're able to, transact in a peer-to-peer fashion. The speeds are much quicker. We are getting faster confirmation speeds, confirmation times. And it's really nice to see the overall blockchain, because it was a little bit like Ethereum, and now it's kind of like its own thing, which is nice to see. With that being said, you also have the staking that is just doing really well. So I've done videos showing you guys Cardano scan. So I want to get into some of this as well. I want to give you guys as much value in this video as possible. So what I'm going to do, and I've done tons of videos on this, I'm going to copy my public key here, and we're going to go to Cardano scan. So here's one of my wallets that I talk about on the channel a lot. If you guys want to see most of my picks, just follow this wallet. That's the idea. So if we take this and we go to Dega, and if you guys want to know how to do this, watch my video on Dega. I show you guys how to find your stake key. So that's what I'm doing right now. Just not going to talk about it in this video. So this is possibly the address. We'll do it again. Now, because I am staking to a stake pool called the Dega 1, I am already earning 5,800 Dega tokens. And that's because the new supply of Cardano, instead of being rewarded with ADA, I'm going to be rewarded or either in the form of an airdrop or claimable, where I connect my wallet and sign a little transaction. I'm going to be rewarded with this new token. And that's just to show you how incredible this blockchain really is. And in my eyes, compared to Ethereum, which is a huge blockchain, you're talking about the number 2, possibly really the number 1 smart contract based blockchain in the world. I think Cardano is just better, right? You've got the NFTs that are growing. They're doing very well. The DEXs, which I'll talk about here in a second, but the staking is incredible. From the moment I've begun to get into ISPOs, the initial stake pool offerings, that was the moment I really understood what this blockchain has to offer. Cardano from day one, they've wanted to create something that was going to make an impact in the space, where it was scalable, it was fast, and you could do things that you simply could not do on other chains. And it's happening. It's happening 100%. So I do have this article here. It is Cardano founder gives update on network rollup. So there's a couple things I want to talk about. There's Charles, my grandfather. I'm just kidding. Charles is actually probably just a little bit older than me. Charles is interesting, man. He's a young billionaire. Let's talk about it here. So the sidechains project requires it. We are implementing on a very aggressive schedule. Midnight will be the first user. So here we're talking about roll-ups, strategy, and Midnight is going to be very interesting. So there's privacy aspects going in that it's already implemented into the blockchain. So that's just one little aspect. So Midnight, I don't know if it's going to be a privacy coin per se. There hasn't been a lot of transparency around Midnight. You guys, if you can, comment down below if you know a lot about Midnight. I did watch the talk. I'm gonna have to go through it again. But what I do know from Midnight is that it is a privacy aspect to the blockchain where I believe you can accumulate dust tokens or something like that. So I'm not going to get into it because I have to research it quite a bit myself. But guys, like Cardano advances layer 2 solutions. It's made progress. For example, you have the EVM sidechain development by IOG. And the big thing is the interoperability. So this is what I do like. The testnet, which is compatible with Ethereum tools and libraries, allow for developers to write Solidity smart contracts, dApps, and ERC20 tokens on the Cardano test environment. So what's cool about Cardano is that they're not just focusing on the scalability, but we're also going to have interoperability between different blockchains. So when you have, for example, gaming projects like Cornucopias, you also have Binance Smart Chain Copy tokens. So you can use these games and own assets that you will be able to send cross-chain, which is beautiful. That's what you want. You want cryptocurrencies to be smarter than old money, than the old way. You want cryptocurrencies in the form of fungible, non-fungible assets to be able to communicate on Ethereum, on Cardano, on Matic. And that's what I like about it. And I think Cardano's doing a good job, and there's a lot of people that do not know about how good Cardano is for whatever reason. And it's obvious to me, guys. It's obvious to me. Comment down below. Is Cardano surpassing your expectations? Are they not even reaching your level of expectation. Maybe they're falling short to you. To me, I think they're hitting it and beyond. Not by much. My expectations are high for Cardano. But with that being said, there's just so much good happening. Now, the big one are these DEXs, so decentralized exchanges. This is where you can connect your wallet. You can easily swap for different tokens. So for example, I've got some Cardano. And the other thing is I'm also equipping my Trezor to a NAMI, which is a wallet, a hot wallet, Web3 wallet. And I can sign transactions using a hardware wallet. So I can own my private seed, and I can connect that wallet to a dApp in a DEX where I can swap tokens peer to peer. Like, it's so cool, guys. So if we go here, we'll type in like meld, and I could swap 100 ADA for some meld. I could do that very swiftly, very simply right here. And the transaction costs are so cheap. It's so cheap. The volume's huge. The TVL, the total value locked, is just climbing. So there's so much going on with Cardano that I love. The other one I want to talk about, I'm going to be doing an exclusive video on this. I'm talking about a lot on this video, but I like it. Another interesting website is book.io. So a Web3 marketplace for buying, reading, and selling audiobooks and ebooks. So I picked one up. I'm not just talking about these things. I'm learning. I'm taking a dive. If you guys didn't check out the video, it's probably out right now. I talked about the full send meta card. I picked one up. I'm taking shots here. But what I do like is books. So the other thing is Cardano is setting itself up to be multi-chain. And because of that, you have books, which is interesting. So you can own a book, buy it on jpg.store. So for example, here we can go to, I think it's the Gutenberg Bible that was trending. Yeah. So I own one of these. It's gone down a little bit, but that's okay. So you can buy this NFT, connect it to the website, read your book, and when you're done with it, you can sell it. Now, that's difficult to do in the real world. When you own a physical book, the book gets damaged. It's harder to resell. You have to ship it, whatnot. Well, in the form of a non-fungible token, you can own a book, and you own this item that you can then buy, sell, or it could become an investment. So think about universities. Think about students. When you get a book, you sell them at the bookstore. They make money. Well, now you can buy books, and you can sell it when you're done with it, right? And that's why I do like NFTs. And with Cardano, it's much cheaper. I know with at least the minting aspect for Ethereum, it's very expensive. And that's just some of the reasons why I like Cardano. You also have Wi-Fi, so I should go to Wi-Fi as well. Try not to clog my computer down too much with everything that's going on. So let's go to Wi-Fi, and I definitely want to talk about a couple things here as well. So Wi-Fi, I always find it difficult to find their website simply, but that's their fault. Wi-Fi, app.wi-fi, here we go. So here's the new DEX. I did an interview with the CEO of Wi-Fi, Steve, so we had a great talk on that as well. So here's another DEX, guys. You guys have the ability to, take some of your ADA, swap it for Wi-Fi, swap it for IGON. If you want to pick up some IGON, take 1,000 meld, swap it for IGON, and you can connect your wallets. This is just one of many DEXs. You have MinSwap, Wi-Fi, you have Muesli Swap, you have Sunday Swap, you've got, what's the other big one? The one with the green logo. Anyways, there's tons. And I think a lot of these are undervalued. There's just so much happening, and the space is growing. When we get into 2025 and beyond, I think a lot of people will look back and they'll think to themselves, man, I really miss this. And I haven't even talked about Kopi. I haven't talked too much about Meld and all these other DEXs that are being built on top of this layer one blockchain that's going to be big. Because at the end of the day, Cardano is a blockchain that allows you to build on top of it. So you get to own the real estate of blockchain. That's the way I think of it. So comment down below if you guys agree. If you guys want to learn more about Cardano, you can click the link in the description below. So for example, if you go to videos, let's see if we have a good example for you here. Yeah, let's say you're watching this video. I should have it in the description. Click on this MailChimp logo and you will get a link for this. And all you have to do is put in your email. You get exclusive access to the course. You get downloadable files, including the workbook. So take this, watch it. We also have the full course on the channel. You can do it that way as well if you're not comfortable. So just go to Crypto Moose, subscribe, and right here we have everything that you need. So with that being said, the moose is loose. And if you guys haven't picked one up yet, guys, I'm using it every day. I just signed a transaction today. Probably more in the future, but pick up a Trezor Model T, hands down my favorite hardware wallet. You could also pick up an LEPAL and other ones that we have links for you. And yeah, comment down below what else you'd like to see us cover here on the channel. Moose is loose. See you later.